All right, guys, so here we go. We are tier ranking every offensive playbook in Madden 22. And to start things off is the San Francisco 49ers. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to huddle.gg for each one. I'm going to click on their playbook and just quickly tell you the things that stand out to me as being really good or maybe not so good. So right off the bat, I see we have single back bunch tight end and single back deuce close. Single back bunch tight end was very glitchy this year because the defense could not man up the running back, which created a lot of problems trying to defend it. Single back deuce close, excellent. Carry Q made some really good MCS runs with a lot of setups in single back deuce close, especially this play tight end angle. And I don't like anything here in I form, or it's not a good year for strong close. Looking at their shotgun formations, I do like gun deuce close, but it's not a good version of gun deuce close. It does not have RPO read flat wheel. I really want to check out these two doubles formations, and then we'll check out gun tight, Y off, and gun tray. And so this looks okay. There's not really any deep crossers. You know, that Y cross, that crosser's no good. You get an okay post route on this play, double post, but I'm really looking for unique routes and deep crossers, and we're not getting a whole lot of that. So it's an okay gun doubles and gun doubles Y flex. Gun tight is decent. This play PA cross is very popular. Drive corner got some attention this year. So this gun tight is fine. Gun tight Y off, you have this good play PA go slot cross and red zone scissors. And then in gun tray, it's like a knockoff gun trips tight end. You do have SE corner right there. I would say you can put together a solid offense out of the 49ers playbook. There's nothing overly glitchy about it, but I would say this is solidly in the B tier. So next up is the balanced playbook. And balanced, if you guys don't know, is actually one of the alternate playbooks. I feel like it's one of the playbooks people simply forget about because you have these weird things like single back tight flex. Like what the heck is even in single back tight flex? So I don't know, PA draw cross, is that good? This had to be one of the least used playbooks all year. Single back trips is okay. I think the one thing that this has going for it is it does have gun ace slot. And gun ace slot is an excellent formation. Between posts, between PA read, the read option, and the RPO alert bubble, and a halfback quick base. This alone, this gun ace slot is actually very, very good. Besides that, there's not really a whole lot that I think people would want to mess around with. It wasn't a great year for spread because you really wanted to be able to block a tight end. The gun tight slots looks okay. There's nothing that really stands out in gun tight slots. And then these plays right here, I like the plays with the halfback pre-snap motion, but overall, these really aren't that good of plays either. And so I think that for gun ace slot alone, I think I have to give this B tier because that is a very good formation. I know, like, you talk to Civil, like, that's probably his favorite version of gun ace slot. And so, you know, versus like ace slot offset in the Patriots playbook. So I think I got to put it B tier for that alone. But if you're not running that, then this would have dropped to like D tier. Let's go Chicago Bears now. And I really don't know what is in the Bears playbook. Let's see, we've got a bunch of single back formations. And to be honest, guys, I'm not going to spend a lot of time looking at single back because most people this year were running shotgun, or at least a little bit of pistol. It was like what I was doing. But most people were in shotgun. So this is going to be primarily focusing on the shotgun formations. Off the top of my head, I mean, trio offset weak has potential to be pretty good. Bunch Y flex is a formation that people thought would be really good this year, and then it just wasn't that great. So we'll look at some of these. So trio offset weak, do they have the RPO read? So the RPO read is good. Besides that, I mean, so trio offset weak is a fine formation. But besides that, bunch Y flex, again, you can't block a tight end, so you didn't see a whole lot of people using bunch Y flex. This doubles offset weak. You do have a good crosser right here. And the play red zone halfback corner. So there's actually, and the play sail. Okay, so maybe Bears is better than I thought. You got a gun spread. Again, we mentioned before, people don't really run spread a whole lot. Another spread. Gun tight slots. It's okay. It's okay overall. Let's check out their wing slot offset really quick. It's okay. Dare I say it's another B formation. The first 3 formations are all in B. You can do some good stuff in Bears, but it's not overly powerful. Now, I accidentally just closed huddle.gg. The next one is Bengals, guys. And if you watched my videos on why all the pros at least, run gun bunch, then you know that nothing else matters except gun bunch offset. And this is just one of the best formations in the game. You've got verticals in here somewhere. There's your verticals. Z spot and go. The inside zone split. Excellent run play out of bunch or bunch offset. The PA dig fork. The dig return. I mean, holy moly. The one thing it's missing is the mesh spot. But the thing about the Bengals playbook is you also have tight slots halfback weak. And so you've got 2 incredible wheel routes with 4 verticals. You've got flood. You've got mesh spot. I mean, you've got post wheel drag. There's a reason that Henry, who won the Madden Bowl, was running Bengals because it's just arguably the best playbook in the game. And so that is going to be up there in S tier. For the casual player, I'm not sure if they'd want to run it. I mean, not that bunch is particularly hard to run, but it has less options. You're basically limited to bunch offset and tight slots halfback weak. But if you stay in those 2, Bengals is up there with the best playbooks in the game. Next up is the Bills. And so we do have that single back bunch tight end once again. And if we come down here, because we're not going to focus too much on single back, we do have pistol trips. And you guys know me, I love pistol trips. Now, this is definitely a worse version of pistol trips than what I run in run and gun. But you do have this play PAX dagger right here, which is essentially PA halfback flat, my favorite play in the game. And you have a good little RPO alert bubble, which I don't have in run and gun. Inside cross is okay. So pistol trips overall isn't as good in the Bills as it is in running gun, but you do get gun normal Y off. You get a solid gun bunch, and guys, you get a really solid gun trips tight end, and you get a knockoff U trips. So first we'll show you here. This is basically U trips from the Pats playbook. You've got plays like scat, slot out, PA cross, all plays from the Pats version. Curl flat, drag wheel, all plays from U trips. And so that right off the bat makes this a solid playbook. You have gun trips tight end with nearly everything you would need. You don't have inside cross, which is one of the best plays in trips tight end, but you do have, what am I looking for? Oh, you don't have a deep corner route. No, wait, Bills Wide Post has the deep corner route. So you do have the deep corner route. Curl flat, dry post, PA counter go, very popular one. I don't know about this play shallow X dig, but I like the route combos on it. I really am curious about that route right there. You of course have the RPO bubble alert, and a read option in trips tight end. And so it's a very solid trips tight end out of Bills. You of course have verticals, bench pivot, deep corner. You don't see this in a ton of bunches. You have mesh spot. I mean, heck, you could run the pretty standard bunch setups just with Bills bunch. And you also have the U trips. You have a great trips tight end. I mean, dare I call this? Oh, and normal Y off. It's not a great normal Y off, but it's a fine normal Y off. I'm going to say Bills is absolutely an A playbook, guys. It's not quite S tier. I think I want to reserve S tier for like what the pros were using, but Bills is definitely an A tier playbook in my opinion. So let's go to the Browns now. Let's see what the Browns have. Again, they're just all these single back formations that not many people are using this year. And maybe it's going to skew my rankings, guys, but I am just going to really focus on the shotgun formations as much as possible. So their gun bunch, they have the good version of bunch trail. I don't know if you guys saw in the Bills had the bad version of bunch trail that didn't have this post shot right here. This is the good version of bunch trail. They've got mesh spot, they've got halfback base, Z spot and go vertical. So it's already a very solid bunch for the Browns. Combine that with, let's check out their gun doubles. Let's check out their gun trips tight end. And so they do have PA counter go. They have PA shot post. The one thing the Browns are missing from their gun trips tight end is they don't have a deep corner route, but it's still a solid trip tight end overall. I just wish it would have a deep corner route. In their gun doubles, nothing really of note here. Why sales okay? Again, I'm mainly looking for unique deep crossers in these gun doubles because every gun double is going to have a post route. They've all got post routes, so that's not unique. But what you really want to find is the ones that have those deep crossers. PA post, I think that's going to be a pretty short crossing route right there. So I'm not particularly impressed with the Browns gun doubles. I'm going to call the Browns a B. Their bunch was promising. Like, you could run a very solid bunch out of the Browns, but besides that, their trips was a little underwhelming. So I'm going to call them a B overall. So far, we have not had anyone C or below. So maybe I'm being a little lenient so far, but I have a feeling my Bucks are going to get hit pretty hard because even though I'm a Bucks fan, I don't think the Bucks offensive playbook is very good right now. Except I know there's some people who say the Bucks spread is one of the best in the game. So I'm going to immediately come to Bucks spread, and looking at it, quick slot out, I think would maybe be what people use. Maybe Bucks shallow and Bucks post trail. I'm not too familiar with the spread setups. You would have to talk to David T. I think he went 25-0 to start the year running Bucks spread. But I did not see a whole lot of spread to close out the year. Besides that, gun tight. Their gun tight is okay. PA Bucks cross is solid right there. But besides that, I mean, they're just not very popular formations right now. Tight, Y off, halfback, weak. I don't know. I'm between B and C. We'll check out their gun doubles. And their gun doubles, they do have PA read. You know what? This is a really good play right here. I think I gotta give them B tier. I hate that I've already put so many teams in B tier, but because of their spread and a couple of the other things that we saw that are actually not that bad, they gotta be B tier. Sorry guys, everyone's getting a B. Am I that teacher that just won't give anyone a C? Maybe I am. Do you guys have teachers like that? Now the Cardinals playbook is not very good, guys. And just from the look of it, they don't have a good gun bunch. These bunch quads cluster. I mean, I'm not saying you can't make them work. We'll look at them real quick. The reality is they are not very meta. There's not a whole lot of people doing anything with these. And if you're someone who uses these, I apologize if I'm offending you or if you think I'm an idiot. But the reality is that not a lot of people are using them. Nothing of note, at least that sticks out to me in the gun doubles. Again, everyone's got a post route. That's nothing new. In gun slot offset, I do like that they have RPO read bubble, and they used to have RPO peak zone bubble. I thought they don't have it anymore, but RPO read bubble it's a nice little gadget play, but it doesn't do a whole lot. Tray offset, trips. I just none of these formations are standing out to me. Tray offset is essentially a poor man's trips tight end, but you're missing a lot of things that make trips tight end good. You don't have an RPO alert bubble. You don't have a PA counter go. I mean, you don't have a lot to work with, and I don't know what the heck gun trips is. That's a cool route, I guess. But overall, guys, I don't think this is a good playbook at all, even though they've got a lot of fun stuff in pistol as well. I remember checking it out when I was getting into pistol. Did not like it. I'm going to have to give the Cardinals a D for their playbook. So I don't know. We'll see if anyone can surpass that. I'm going to go Chargers next. And the Chargers, if we come down to their gun bunch, or sorry, their shotgun formations, they have, let's see, they do have mesh spot. They do have Y curl and Z spot and go. They're missing bunch trail. They do have verticals. I think just about everyone should have verticals. Counter Y inside zone. It's an okay gun bunch. They do have a gun tray offset. But again, it just like with the last play that we saw, it's not a good tray open offset. No alert bubble screen, no PA counter go, none of that. The split formations aren't very good this year. Wing slot offset. I might go ahead and also put the Chargers as a D playbook. Again, anyone can... gun tight offset tight end. Do they have Y? They do have Y out halfback swing. Gun tight offset tight end. If they have the 0-1 trap, they do have the 0-1 trap. People can be really deadly in this play. You guys may have seen in my video the top 7 off meta schemes. I think I talked about how Mills uses gun tight offset tight end. Between an okay bunch and okay tight offset tight end and a very, very okay tray offset, I will give the Chargers a C. We won't drop them down there with the Cardinals. Now the Chiefs, this is a pretty easy one, guys. All that really matters is this guy right here, gun bunch tight end. It's the best gun bunch tight end in the game. It's what Civil uses. PA boot over, RPO alert bubble, triple out. I mean, do you really need anything else? Like, curl flat corner is good too, but triple out's just even better with that deep corner route. The only thing this bunch tight end is missing is halfback off tackle, which I think is a better run play in bunch tight end than inside zone. But this is still, I mean, this is the best bunch tight end in the game. You also, in pistol wing flex close, you have speed option right here, which is an excellent, excellent play. You have all the plays that I showed from my video. Like if you go to gun tray, open, offset, I was using the play dig, Y cross, and the play curls dig, building Patrick Mahomes' dream scheme, that video. And in gun deuce close, you have one of the glitchiest RPOs in the game with RPO read flat wheel. So Chiefs is just an excellent playbook. You could sit in, what's it called? Gun bunch tight end, run Civil's offense. And if you're running it well, no one's going to stop you. So the Chiefs is going in S tier. Now Colts, I think also has to go S tier because of gun bunch offset and gun tight slots halfback weak. This is essentially, guys, a carbon copy of why the Bengals was so good. They do have a mesh post here, not a mesh spot. They do have a mesh post. They do have a verticals. They do have a PA read, an inside zone split, and they have double post right here. And not everyone used double post. Like obviously the guys who ran Bengals, in terms of the pro players, they didn't have a double post and it was okay. But the people who have double post tend to like double post, at least from my understanding. Also have verticals and gun tight slots halfback weak. Got a mesh spot right here and got flood right here. And so Colts, it's tough for me because like, I don't think it's as good, but I think I have to put it up here anyway, because that's what the pros were using. And if the pros were using it in the Madden Bowl, I don't think I can drop it anything below S tier. So next up is the Cowboys, and the Cowboys I think is a pretty weak playbook. So they've got a gun bunch. Let's see what they got. They got the bad bunch trail. They don't even have mesh spot. They do have Y curl, but they don't have mesh spot. This is a bad bunch. As far as bunch formations go, guys, this is a subpar gun bunch. It's nice they have the halfback base, but that doesn't matter. It doesn't make up for all the things they're missing. Their gun doubles are... They do have PA go slot cross, so that's a big plus. That's one of those deep crossers I was looking for. Nice run plays in this gun doubles. So... Okay, tight Y off and trips tight and offset. Okay, now we're talking. PA go slot cross again. Red zone scissors, okay. And then also, I like trips tight end offset, guys. I have a soft spot for trips tight end offset. I love the trap alert bubble. I love tight end in because you get otherwise you don't get these wheel routes out of a trip set, but in trips tight end offset you do with this play. Same with this unique kind of fade route from the middle receiver on this play stock H option, and same with fake screen wheel. So overall, Cowboys did come on a little stronger with some of their tight Y off and gun doubles and trips tight and offset, but it's still lacking. And the trips tight and offset is missing the best play in trips tight and offset, in my opinion, which is X under. So because of that, I can't put the Cowboys at anything better than a C, sadly. And I'd really like to, but they're not that good. Now moving on to the Broncos. They have, let's check out their gun bunch. Check out every team's gun bunch. They have the good bunch trail. They have mesh spot. They have verticals, smash return. Solid gun bunch so far. Let's check out their doubles offset. They do have the full gun deuce close, okay? the one that I have an ebook on my website. They have the full gun deuce close. Nothing of note in their gun doubles. Let's check out their normal Y off close and normal. Okay, they got Y sail, red zone scissors, normal Y off weak. I'm looking for, these plays are underwhelming. That's okay. They have a gun tight, which has just the standard stuff in gun tight. They got the PA cross, halfback quick base, and they also have wing flex offset, guys. And this is a very underrated formation. These two plays right here, PA double post, wheel post drag, along with this 0-1 trap, it's actually a very good set of plays, in my opinion. So, I don't know. Some people might not like this, but I'm actually going to put the Broncos in the B tier. And obviously, my own bias is coming into play. But I think between bunch, gun deuce close, gun tight, and gun wing flex offset, I think that you could actually move the ball very well using the Broncos playbook. Dolphins is actually a really good playbook, guys, because of two main things. In addition to all their funky pistol stuff, you've got, wait, they have a gun ace slot with posts? Oh my God, this is even better. They have posts, quick base. Oh my goodness, guys. Dolphins might be S tier. They have a gun bunch offset with a good bunch trail, double post, mesh spot, inside zone split, PA read, verticals. They have a great gun bunch offset, a great ace slot, not a good gun deuce close, but they also have, I believe, one of the best trips tight ends. They've got the deep corners. They've got the inside cross, PA counter go, PA shot wheel. Guys, this is an S tier playbook. You've got three extremely powerful formations with ace slot, bunch offset, and trips tight end here. This is a surprise to me, guys, but Dolphins is S tier. I was reserving this for the pros. Dolphins is legit. That actually surprised me. Now we're on to the Eagles, and the Eagles have an okay gun bunch offset. So, I mean, we're looking at the same stuff over and over again, but double post, inside zone split, no mesh spot, but that's okay. They do have a mesh post, which is still decent, and no bunch trail either. So it is actually a somewhat weak bunch offset. Missing bunch trail and missing mesh spot, but let's see what else they got. They got a lot of gun doubles. Holy moly, they got 4 versions of gun doubles. Good deep crosser on PA go slot cross. Good deep crosser on PA bubble Y over. Okay, so now the Eagles are coming on a little strong. Gun double. Is it just like the same formation, just with slight variations of gun doubles? So we'll say good gun doubles. Tight slots halfback weak. They do have 4 verticals here. Okay. You could get fairly meta with this formation and a gun trips tight end offset. You guys know I have a soft spot in my heart for gun trips tight end offset, and they had to play X under. Wow, I was ready to rip this playbook to shreds. All of a sudden, I'm gonna put this in the A tier, guys. They came on strong enough. I'm putting them in the A tier. Who knows if we'll get anyone down here. Falcons, if there's anyone's gonna go in the F tier, it's probably gonna be the Falcons. But their gun bunch might save them. They've got a bench pivot and a halfback base, and a deep corner and a mesh spot. Y curl verticals. Okay, their gun bunch will keep them out of F tier for sure. They've got 1 gun doubles formation. This is a good gun doubles route right here. I know Silver Fox loves this one. And actually, I like some of these RPOs too. Wow. I like these plays. Okay, Falcons. They have trips tight end offset. I did not know the Falcons had gun trips tight end offset. They do have X under. Falcons rising up the ranks real fast. Let's check out their gun tight doubles. Not really a fan of any of those routes, but that's okay. I haven't really looked at anyone's Y off this week just because it's so like no one uses it. I don't know. The Falcons are actually not bad. Normal Y off close. They got the red zone scissors. They got wheel switch, mesh spot. Falcons. What do we think? Are they B? Falcons might be B tier, guys. That surprised me so much. Holy moly. All right, let's check out Giants. Let's check out their gun bunch. The bad bunch trail. They do have mesh spot. They do have verticals. They do have Z spot and go, and a halfback base. Decent gun bunch. Check out their doubles real quick. We're looking for these deep corner routes. PA go slot cross. That's a good one. Unique RPO was not good. I was hoping it would be good though. Double cross. That's a good deep post for bombs. That's a better post than most, I think. Could be wrong. I think that's the same post like on inside cross and trips tight end. Nothing of note in these as far as I can tell. I wanted this RPO to be good, but it was not good. Now let's check normal Y off close. Is this the one? This is, I think, what K-Mac uses, because you've got escape and you've got wheel switch and you've got Y sail and you've got some run plays and you got mesh spot. So I think Giants, just for the normal Y off close alone, probably needs to be pretty high up. You've also got a very solid gun tight, and you've got a solid tight Y off. I'm not going to put it up in the S tier, guys. I do like trio offset. Not going to put it in the S tier, but I think Giants does have to go in the A tier. That actually surprised me a little bit. Here's the Jaguars, and Jaguars is an interesting one. I started the year in Jags, and I wanted to be in the Jags for their gun deuce close because RPO read flat wheel, PA deep cross. I had such a love for these plays. It got a little weaker as the year went on, but I still think it holds up decently well. Gun bunch tight end, PA boot over, curl flat corner, and halfback off tackle. So it's actually, even if you didn't want to run gun deuce close at all, you've got a very solid gun bunch tight end right here. So that's a pretty good positive for it. I don't remember what they have in their gun doubles, but they do have PA go slot cross and a Y sail. That's pretty good. I'm not really into any of those plays right there. Let's check out their normal Y off and normal Y off week. And the normal Y off is not good. The normal Y off week is also not particularly great. They do have trio offset week though. And trio offset week, you guys probably heard me say before, is giving a lot of people trouble late in the year. At least it's giving me a lot of trouble. So trio offset week is decent. They do also have wing tight. They've got PA double post in wing tight. It's 3 tight ends. Not good for regs, but it can be serviceable for mutt. So this is, I think this is a fine playbook. I think you can actually, you know, do some decent stuff with it, especially having that bunch tight end in there. I can't put it in A, but I am going to put it in B. Now let's go to the Jets playbook. Jets playbook was popular at one point for their gun bunch. Weren't they? Or was that last year? Gun bunch wide and gun bunch wide flex. I'm not even going to touch those. Gun deuce close. It's not a good version of gun deuce close because it does not have RPO read flat wheel, which I think is the only reason to be in gun deuce close. Their gun doubles just feel very run of the mill. Same with this doubles Y flex. There's just nothing really that sticks out to me here. Tight Y off probably has a PA go slot cross, which is good, I guess. Gun tight probably has PA cross, which is good, I guess. Tray Y flex is okay. I just don't think this is enough. Gun tight and gun tight Y off and a below average or an average gun tray are not enough in my opinion. I'm going to call this a C tier playbook, and maybe, I don't know, maybe it should be in B tier, but I don't know. Maybe it's because I just don't like the Jets that much, putting them in C tier. But let's go to Lions right now. And let's check out their gun bunch first. They don't have the good, not the best bunch trail. Dig return. They have a mesh spot, halfback base, mesh post, verticals. Okay. They have a solid gun bunch. They have gun tight with all the normal stuff you'd expect in a gun tight. Also, this halfback sweep. How's this halfback sweep play? Their gun trips tight end is actually pretty solid. PA shot post, PA counter go. The only thing, they have inside cross. This is actually an excellent gun trips tight end. You have basically everything you need to run a full gun trips tight end in this. PA slot corner. All the lines are actually very solid. They're definitely already in the B category from those. And do they have anything else? Did I check their doubles? What do they have in their gun doubles? That does not, nothing sticks out to me there at all. PA Buck Peak? What the heck is that? I want to check that play out. Double post. So their gun doubles are pretty whatever, but they have a good gun bunch and an excellent gun trips tight end. So, and a gun tight, which is decent. Dare I say it, guys, Lions are a B tier playbook. All right, let's go Packers. I don't think the Packers have a very good playbook this year. Let's check out their gun bunch. They do have deep corner and mesh spot, and I assume verticals, but everyone's got that at this point, so we can't even count that. They have a bunch of weird motion plays in gun slot offset, but they're not like good plays. Their normal Y off is underwhelming. Red zone scissors is a fine play, but overall it's not amazing. Pack trips is like a unique formation, or at least in name it's a unique formation. It looks like gun tray open, I think, but I don't know. Maybe the slot fade shot, maybe that's a really unique route, but I think I labbed it and it just wasn't that good. They do have the gun tight offset tight end, and so I don't know, does that alone save it from being D tier? Because I just don't think it's very good. They do have a gun trips tight end offset. Do they have X under? They do have X under. Overall, I'm not overly impressed with the Packers. I will put them in the C tier. Some people might argue for them to be B tier, but I'm gonna keep in the C tier. Now, Panthers is another one where, because of the pro players using it, it's basically guaranteed to be S tier. You've got your bunch offset with your double post, your mesh spot, your verts under. You got all your stuff in here, and you got your 4 verticals and everything right there. Same as what we said before. It's the same reason that the Bengals and Colts are the S tier. Panthers are going to be S tier as well. Now, Patriots, guys, this is the easiest thing. There's 2 playbooks that, like, just for a casual Madden players, there's so many things to run. Gun A slot offset, incredible. I'm not even gonna go into them, guys. It'd take too long. I'll go into it real quick. Gun A slot offset, excellent. Check out how Civil runs his offense with posts, PA post shot, and all these things. The gun bunch, I think, is actually pretty decent, even though it's not the best bunch trail. I mean, you still have pretty much all the regular players in gun bunch, but you won't even need it because you also have the best gun trips tight end in the game with the 4-5 quick base, your deep corner routes, your inside cross, your PA shot wheel, PA slot corner, and PA counter go. And you got the bubbles. You even got QB power if you really want it. I think Noah was using it in his Ultimate Thanksgiving run this year. And then you've also got U-Trips, guys. And I know U-Trips wasn't as popular this past year, but it's still really good. I have a full ebook of U-Trips on my main channel. So many plays in U-Trips, like a stupid number of plays in U-Trips. But if you master U-Trips, you'll be unstoppable. And so just between a slot offset, trips tight end, and U-Trips, that's 3 highly meta formations. And then if we go into pistol for a second, I mean, pistol weak. I mean, TD Barrett would run pistol weak, and he'd audible down from halfback zone weak into strong slot. And this halfback stretch is one of the best stretch runs in the game. And then if I was playing pistol weak, I would just be journaling all over the place with power option, the triple option handoff, excellent handoff. You could do an entire scheme just out of pistol weak. And so the Patriots playbook is just chock full of awesome stuff. They are S tier. Now the pistol playbook, the actual pistol playbook. I do have a soft spot in my heart for pistol. You know, I ran pistol trips. Now this pistol trips does not have PA halfback flat, which is my favorite play in the game, but it does have everything else. The issue with pistol trips, or just with pistol in general, is that the running back doesn't block very well. And so if you're facing someone who's blitzing super heavy, I think you're gonna have a tough time passing the ball. So you really have to be able to run the ball well. AI Nash obviously made it work, but I think he's the exception. And I can't help but think that in pretty much every Madden player's hands besides AI Nash, there will be limitations running the pistol playbook. And so even though I run pistol stuff myself, they don't have all the things that I prefer to have in pistol. And therefore, I'm putting the pistol playbook in the C tier. Now, the Raiders playbook, this is an easy one, just like the Patriots was. Oh, that's the defensive playbook. Raiders, guys, I mean, just go watch the video I did on Thrones offense. Gun bunch tight end, gun tight slots halfback week, and gun trade, which is just trips tight end. You've got everything you could ever want in your gun bunch, like literally everything. You've got your PA boot over, your halfback off tackle. You got everything you would want in bunch tight end except for triple out, which is only in the Chiefs playbook. You've got everything you would want in gun tight slots halfback week, and you've got essentially everything you would want in a gun trips tight end. It's just called gun tray. The one thing it's missing, I guess it's missing two things actually. I didn't realize it is missing inside cross, and it is missing the RPO over bubble. But it's still, you still got PA counter go, you still got double in sail, you got dagger, like it can still work. It's definitely the weakest of the four. I mean, because it's just a weaker version of a gun trips tight end. But it's like there's so much good stuff in Raiders, it's ridiculous. Not to mention you could run under center stuff. I think you've got strong slot where you can run the ball again with this halfback stretch. It's the best in the game. You could run strong close. I ran into a couple people running strong close this year. The Raiders do have a pretty full complement of strong close plays if you want to do more throne style offense, but Raiders is S tier, guys. It's hopefully there's not even really a discussion about it. Rams is an interesting one because the Rams have two really good formations, and I actually just realized this, guys. Isn't single back bunch X nasty in the Rams? Like I believe that's what Zan runs, but it doesn't show up here on Huddle. And so Zan, I think, runs it very well, but I can't even like check it out on here. So maybe I'm missing something. If you guys know where Bunch X Nasty is on Huddle, let me know in the comments. But between that and between Gun Tight Flex with the play PA Post Shot, this is the only playbook in the game that has PA Post Shot and Gun Tight Flex. I did a whole video on Mathematics offense, which kind of is built around this play right here. That alone, guys, not to mention a bunch of other really good stuff. I mean, they have a bunch offset with most of the usual things. They don't have a mesh spot, but they do have the verticals. I guess it's actually kind of a weaker bunch offset, for being honest. PA Dig Fork is still good. Oh, they don't have a run play. Oh, they only have halfback draw. Okay, well, that actually makes it a bad bunch offset. They do have gun tight slots halfback weak with 4 verticals, inside zone, and all that. But just for single back bunch X Nasty and for gun tight flex alone, 2 very solid, more off meta offenses, but still very powerful offenses from creators in the Madden community. I'm going to put Rams in the A tier. Next up is the Ravens, and Ravens is a very unique one. This, I mean, if you guys have watched Ragusa play, Ragusa 6 Quick over on Twitch, he will go through all of these pistol formations. I mean, if you want to run the ball, it's like the Ravens playbook in these pistol formations are arguably the best. You could say the pistol playbook as well, but there's just so much you get from having options to pass here in, you know, your shotgun formations. Not to mention, it's actually a very good gun normal Y off close. Having this play escape right here, and red zone scissors, that's very good passing options. Not a fan of these right here, but you also get, I think, a decent gun bunch. This clear out, SE out, so this fade route is only in a couple playbooks in the game. You still have your mesh spot, you still have your verticals, you have a halfback sweep run. I don't even know how good this halfback sweep is. That's pretty unique for a gun bunch. But it's like you can make passing work. I know, you know, these spreads aren't as good as last year. I don't have to play circle is still in here. So this was K-Mac's popular play from Madden 21. Not as good this year, but if you're going to run spread, you might as well run it and still have circle. So I'm not super familiar with passing out of these formations down here, but just running pistol strong slot, probably just those two. Between F lead read option, power option, Ravens power, stretch alert X looky. I mean, this triple option as a handoff is so good. And then in strong slot, you basically get, I think it's halfback power O, which is very good, especially if you flip it with your right stick. And then the power option, the read option, another triple option handoff. I mean, just the triple option handoffs, guys. I know they're actual triple options, but you almost always want to actually hand them off. I talk about it in my video I believe the top 7 off meta schemes, you always want to hand those off. You don't want to run them as true triple options because when the quarterback keeps it, he can't pitch it right away. He has to take like 3 steps or something ridiculous before he pitches it. And it doesn't usually go very well. You want to always hand it off, but it's a really good play as a handoff. And so for that, I'm going to go and put Ravens in the A tier. Now, run balanced is an interesting one. I actually have a whole ebook on run balanced because there's a lot of fun stuff in run balanced. The issue is that it definitely has a bit of a learning curve. And so I love in tray offset, the motion halfback screen. I love this play so much. This is basically trips tight end with extra funky stuff built in. Especially this motion halfback swing. You also get a nice buck alert screen. So I love gun tray offset in here. The gun split offset was okay. It was okay. You know, you could do some double wheel route setups, but it was just okay. What was actually really good was single back doubles flex with this play PA deep in right here. It's that delayed running back in route or running back out route, just like I like to use in the running gun playbook and PA halfback flat. And PA double post is also a cover 3 bomb if you just streak your slot receiver right here. And so run balanced was good and fun, but ultimately it had a lot of learning curve to it. I think I have to put it C on this tier list because most players would not enjoy running it, is what I've learned the hard way after, you know, spending some time in it. I still love it, but when you look at all the meta stuff that these guys have, run balance lacks that. And so because of the extra learning curve it has, I had to put run balanced in the C tier, although I love it. I have a special place in my heart for it, and I will probably use it more before Madden 22 is over. Now, if we go to the run heavy playbook on huddle.gg, it's called Power Run. There's not a lot of good stuff other than this gun bunch tight end, and they do have PA boot over. It's just called PA all cross. They have inside cross here, which is interesting, and a unique play called tight end corner, which you cannot get, I believe, in any other version of bunch tight end. It is exclusive to the run heavy playbook. You also have halfback off tackle, which is a very good run play. Gun ace, I'm actually not familiar with at all. Don't know what to think about these things, to be completely honest. Pretty unique, but overall, I think you're going to feel limited in this playbook. Now, that is a nice crossing route right there, and I like that PA read. And you know what? Is that looks like a zig from the tight end? Run heavy is actually interesting. This is another one where you might feel limited in it, but it has a lot of potential. I'm going to give it B tier because it has gun bunch tight end. But I could definitely see people preferring not to use it for gun bunch tight end. If you're going to run gun bunch tight end, you should just run Chiefs, honestly. But run heavy, actually, pretty interesting. Run and gun, I love me run and gun, and I am going to be highly biased on this one. But basically, you've got a gun tight flex, which has a lot of fun stuff. It doesn't have a PA post shot, but it's got everything else in a super, super deep crosser from this wide receiver cross. You've got a gun trips tight end, which is very serviceable. I mean, it doesn't have your regular PA counter go, but you do have PA slot corner. You do have, well, I use verticals a lot. You have a speed option, which was really good last year, not as good this year. Here's your deep corner route from halfback swing, same with PA slot corner. I guess the one knock on it is that it doesn't have a stock crosser. Well, I actually don't know PA crosses. I don't know how deep this crossing route is right here, if it's a crosser or if it's more of like a seam. If you have slot press or Howard Master, it doesn't actually matter. But none of this matters. Oh, you know what does matter, guys, is first off, this gun doubles. It's one of the best gun doubles in the entire game because of both PA read and this PA zone read, which you cannot find in any other playbook. This is like the run and gun version, basically, of PA shot post and gun tight flex. Excellent crossing routes here. Love Y sail. Love the read options and all the run plays in here. And then, of course, guys, I was saying the best for last. Pistol trips and pistol weak eye flex. My offenses from the past 7 months, especially the play PA halfback flat. I think one of the best plays in the game. It's only in 2 playbooks, Run and Gun and Bills. It just has a different name in Bills. And then pistol weak, I flex F lead read option, the best north-south run in the game. And then, of course, the power option, which I've made a living on the last several months, journaling side to side and up the middle. I think Run and Gun is incredible. I'm obviously very biased by it, but I mean, we've won 23 games in Weekend League on 3 separate occasions using Run and Gun. So I think it's worthy of going in the A tier. Run and Shoot, however, is the worst playbook in the game, guys. And I'll just be honest with you, none of this is meta. None of this is good. It's all bad. If there's ever a reason to have an F tier, it is this playbook. Look at these plays. It's all option routes and all hitches. Maybe that route is good on curl flat wheel, but none of this is good, guys. I have tried to give Run and Shoot a fair shot every single year, and it's just bad. It's just really bad. I challenge you to go win games consistently against good opponents in Run and Shoot. There's really not much to say. Run and Shoot to me is F tier. Now, if we go to the Saints are decent, and we'll check out their gun bunch real quick. They have a mesh spot, dig return, verticals. Didn't see a bunch trail. It's an okay gun bunch. No base or inside zone split, not regular inside zone. So it's a average to below average gun bunch. Let's see. They do have gun tight offset tight end, which is what's going to really carry them. So of course, PA shot seam, Saints drive out. And where is it? Y out halfback swing. This is, of course, the very popular play for anyone who runs this formation. I don't know if it's enough to carry it overall because the rest of these just aren't anything to get excited about. So I think I have to put Saints in the C tier. If you run gun tight offset, it'll be decent. Otherwise, it's just really not that great. Next up was the Seattle playbook. So that's the Seahawks. And let's see. They have a gun ace offset, which ace offset could be okay, but I don't think it's anything that special. What they do benefit from is a very good bunch. So they have bunch trail. They have this clear out SE out, which again, like I said, this play in this particular route right here, only in 2 playbooks in the game. And then there's also a couple other similar versions, like I believe in the Washington playbook, they have a similar route in the gun bunch. Halfback base is very good, mesh spot and mesh post, verticals. So very good gun bunch. Gun bunch tight end, they've got the PA boot over, the inside zone, and the halfback off tackle. I'd say this is probably the second best bunch tight end in the game, just because you get both the halfback off tackle and the inside zone. And so you get an excellent bunch tight end. You also get gun trips tight end offset, which I am a big fan of, as I've mentioned before, especially because you get this RPO buck alert bubble, and it's the only version of gun trips tight end offset that gets that. Love the RPO trap alert, love X under. And so I don't know if I can put it S tier. Let's check out their gun tight slots. I don't know. It's either A tier or S tier. And if their gun doubles Y off is good enough, then we'll give them S tier. That route could be glitchy right there. I'm going to go ahead and say I'm going to give them A tier. I don't know of any pros or content creators who were running it. So that's why I'm going to give them A tier, but they are really on the cusp. They could be S tier for sure. The spread playbook, I'm a big fan of the spread playbook. Now, this one is so tough to show, guys. I mean, it's just like 30 shotgun formations. But if you guys know Silver Fox, he runs gun doubles offset weak, and he absolutely annihilates people in it, especially with these deep crossing routes and the deep corner routes. And I love this play, Y sail, and it's got the zig route from the tight end. And so there's a lot of stuff, really good stuff you can do in gun doubles offset week. Check him out for more details on that. And then, oh my gosh, it can be overwhelming. But if you want to stick to things people know, they have a great gun trio offset week. They have a slot offset. You can run posts. Where's post? Post is right there. You basically can run the full gun a slot offset offense, same as you would in the Patriots playbook. And then if you want to you can even run a normal gun bunch. It's a good bunch trail. You've got a mesh spot. You've got a verticals. I mean, so you got a halfback base. So you could literally even run regular gun bunch out of the spread playbook. And then there's also just the really funky stuff like gun tackle over trips and this RPO bubble wide pop. Like literally the tight end is at tackle and you have an extra tackle on the other side. Stuff gets wacky. You have gun monster, which is just wacky. I mean, you can have so much fun in the spread playbook. I may end up back in the spread playbook in Madden 23. Spread playbook is A tier for me. Steelers playbook, however, I don't know if there's anything good in the Steelers playbook. Like, sure, you have a gun bunch trail, Steelers cross. What the heck is Steelers cross? Is that like, I guess it's like having mesh post, sort of. I would call this a somewhat weaker to maybe average. They do have deep corner. We'll call it an average gun bunch. Let's check out their gun doubles. They do have a nice deep crosser right there. Okay, so maybe the Steelers is okay. I was prepared to put them in D, but it looks like they're moving up in the world a little bit. Gun tight doubles. You really don't see a lot of gun tight doubles this year. Not impressed with any of that. Gun trio and gun trips tight end flex. Just not really feeling any of these. No deep corner routes. Oh wait, inside smash, they do have that. You know what? It's okay. They're okay. I don't know of anyone who uses them. I'm gonna give them C, but I was prepared to give them D, so they actually moved themselves up a notch in my eyes. Texans gun bunch is the mesh spot, the verticals, the Z spot and go. Pretty standard. They're actually, they're missing a run play. So this actually knocks them down. They're missing a good run play. You don't want to be depending on halfback draw to run out a gun bunch. They do have a good gun deuce close because they do have RPO read flat wheel. So that's a plus for them. And they do have a decent gun trips tight end offset, which has the full complement of plays, plus the speed option, which was really good last year. Overall, I would say Texans not as good. I will say that the 5 wide gun empty wide Texan, this is a fun formation. I love to play fork and I love to play double drags, but it just wasn't that good this year. And so Texans are a C or a D. I'll give them a C. I just really hated the Cardinals playbook for some reason. They're just alone in the D category. Let's check out the Titans. Let's check out their gun bunch. It's the same thing as we've talked about before, guys. This is probably sounding very repetitive. I appreciate you guys have stuck it out all the way with me. Normal Y off close. If they have escape, then it'll be decent. Wheel switch is okay, but it's not amazing. Gun tight doubles, gun trips tight end offset. Again, nothing that I like here. Gun trips tight end offset. They do have X under. They don't have the trap alert bubble. I'm just not really liking a whole lot of what I'm seeing unless they impress me with this gun doubles. Okay, I'll give them that. They have a good gun doubles. I'm going to call it a C, guys. Is everyone just C to this point? Am I just getting tired and just putting everyone in the C category? Probably. I appreciate you guys if you stuck it out this long. Vikings. Bunch trail, halfback base, mesh spot, Z spot and go. Decent. They also have, let's check out their gun doubles first. And nothing of note there. And nothing of note here. But they do have, I believe, a very solid gun trips tight end. There's deep corner route there. PA shot post, PA counter go. The RPO alert bubble. So pretty solid gun trips tight end. And what's in doubles Y flex offset? RPO read flat slant. I should go check out that play. I just think that because you have a solid gun bunch and a solid gun trips tight end, I think that's probably good enough to put you in the B category, in my opinion. We have 2 more playbooks left, guys. We have Washington up first, and this has to go A tier because of Carry Q and his single back deuce close. He would basically be running halfback stretch and tight end angle and give people all sorts of problems. Of course, we can check the gun bunch, the bunch trail, the mesh spot, the mesh post, the Z spot and go. All the normal players are here. Nothing out of the ordinary. The normal Y off close with escape is actually very good. So this is easily A tier. Wheel switch, it might even be S tier, guys, if it's a good gun tight. And it looks like it's got all the gun tight stuff. I actually think I gotta call this S tier, guys, just because there's a lot of really good things you can do in this. So let's go ahead and actually put Washington in the S tier. And last up is the West Coast playbook, which is a fun playbook, guys, but this year it was so bad. It's most known for these near close flex, far, pro, slot, all these things. The gun bunch isn't even good. I mean, you don't even have a normal run play unless you consider halfback sweep to be a normal run play. You still got, you know, I guess you got the normal players and everything. But overall, I mean, if you're running West Coast, and by the way, I will say, the gun bunch in West Coast, before I get like completely roasted, I realized that a couple years ago, West Coast gun bunch was very meta. So I don't want to get roasted too much. Skimbo would spam deep corner and, you know, probably a couple others. I don't know what else he would run, but I know deep corner was like the play. I believe it was in Madden 21. Hopefully, I'm probably get roasted regardless. He liked wide receiver post. I believe Kiv liked this play as well. But no, I don't know of anyone running West Coast gun bunch this year. So let me get that out of the way right now. The gun doubles to me seems very whatever. The gun tight slots, FL switch, mesh. I mean, it's okay. It's okay. And then these are all just bad this year. The near close flex. I mean, they're fun. I just don't think they're very good. Is it worth D tier? No, it's probably C tier. I'm not going to put it in D tier, but apparently the Cardinals are D tier and run and shoot is F tier. But guys, these are my rankings. I'm going to go ahead and save it. And guys, in the description below, I will link this tier list. So feel free to go and make your own. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Obviously, this is almost definitely going to be controversial, but hopefully you got to at least hear my reasoning. And it's guaranteed to have some inconsistencies in there somewhere. I realize that, but I'd love to hear your comments, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.